Hello there folks, it's me Benny Boy and welcome back to another episode of the life of the Geo Family. If you've been tuned to the previous videos, you probably have seen that Rex Lapis, following his withdrawal from the God Realm, has decided to create his own realm, and he actually gathered the materials along with his wife Ningguang and Noelle, also called the Geo Maiden. They have moved together in a ethereal realm, far away from the bustling crowds of Liyue, and, well, in case of Noel, from Mondstadt. As one can see, the view has changed a bit with the addition of newer and newer materials, and episode by episode we will keep posting any of the improvements that are made. Now, considering their family, they decided to create a resort somewhere far away. Not sure when they will open it for the public, but it's a place where they withdraw usually at night. And well, admiring the view is always nice when there aren't any other passerbys lurking around and spoiling or ruining your fun. Equipped with several Asian style elements and some Mondstadt as well, the outskirts, the outsides of the mansion have been equipped with several items. These also serve for the people who also help the servitors, because usually the Geo family doesn't treat them as servitors, but there are always people who are willing to do the chores of a family. And with a mansion that big, there's always need for some help. Noelle, the Geo Maiden, won't be able to clean everything up. As for the interior is in almost complete in terms of bringing in the materials, and, well, following Lady Ningguang's ideal, when someone enters your home, it is always imperative that the first thing they are guided towards is your quarter. Hence why you'll probably note, also remember from previous videos, that she has a habit of using large such pieces of furniture as walls. These are also called the guiding walls because the first thing that one sees when they enter obviously is the desk. Now, in case you didn't watch the previous episode, this is the desk where Lady Jean comes from time to time and does some of her work. Some people wonder why a grand lady actually from Mondstadt would come in. Well, mainly because, well, you want some rest from the bustling crowds, and obviously you can't go anywhere in the countryside where people might still recognize you. Here she can do all the work she may need, some usually for um, Mondstadt, and well, following the principle of the guiding walls and using large furniture as walls to create small but enjoyable areas, Lady Ningguang has arranged some tables with seats for, some of the servitors to enjoy. For the moment they have been sent away because it's night. Usually they get back to the town in the other part, this realm that Rex Lapis designed along with Lady Ningguang has another part beyond a wooden bridge where usually the servitors spend their time if they choose not to stay in here. And for the purpose of such episodes, usually they're not presented. This is another desk in case, some other important figures arrive. Usually this is one of the desks where Rex Lapis himself spends time to rest and, well, tinker with different other things beyond typical mortal understanding. Moving further, there is another resting place in case the family actually wants to rest in case of a very warm day. And, well, one cannot underestimate the insatiable appetite of the Geo family that, they feel towards literature and books of anything in general. This is technically where Lady Jean is usually invited, and she either spends time in there if Lady Ningguang is not present, or she will spend time in here where she deals with diplomatic affairs. When it comes to diplomatic affairs, everyone knows, and especially from previous videos, that Lady Ningguang is always, interested in the such but leaves others to do. when it comes to the financial parts and taking um, well, ideas and steps in points of business ventures, she is simply unbeatable. Moving further to the first room, as well promised in the previous video, since the interiors of the rooms weren't actually shown, we have the room of Lady Lisa. Now, many may wonder what Lady Lisa is doing instead of defending her own library in Mondstadt. Well, sick of too much attention and having to take care of too many responsibilities, from time to time she agrees to show herself in here and help Rex Lapis. He has an interest in building a mansion aside from a resort from people who are interested in spending some time outside of the bustling world. Lady Lisa also is interested in creating a library of her own in here. And well, the library technically will be scattered throughout the whole mansion. Here is the place where she receives the guests and well handles some of the paperwork needed, and just like Lady Ningguang suggested, the room has been arranged in such a way that it acts as both a office for Lady Lisa to work and do her chores, as well as a resting place. When, intimacy is required and well the night settles in and someone becomes sleepy enough that they want to take a sleep inside. Moving further throughout the mansion, and as obviously presented by the door, here comes the kitchen, and one can see the ever so infamous little Shan Ling. Little Shan Ling has been handling the kitchen for quite a while now, and obviously she's probably spicing up the kitchen with some other of her own tastes, and well, again, as Lady Ningguang suggested, the guiding walls are here to, present the people to the kitchen specifically, while the kitchen also acts as, a bedroom in case Shanling becomes too wearied for her age to go somewhere else, or she simply wants to doze off when not testing or doing any one of her cooking experiments. Now, she is also helped from time to time by Maid Noel, as well as one of the guests that we will meet later on. Moving further through the mansion, which is still not fully furnished, some of the convoys still haven't arrived yet in Liyue to be transported here into Rex Lapis's realm, we can actually move forward. This one, again as a room, has been designed with furniture to act as walls, and well, this room holds not much of an importance in sense of business, but is more like a leisure room. And well, as most likely not many people have expected, the first guest, the Princessin of Mondstadt, has shown herself to be actually a regular guest. So regular that this room is usually reserved for her. Obviously, the Geo family don't mind her presence, and well, she is simply left there to explore her own thoughts or simply wander around the wilderness when the day happens to come. Time in this realm seems to flow very awkwardly. At times it seems it flies faster, and at times it seems to flow much slower. And people also are interested in such realms because time doesn't seem to age people, although there seem to be cycles of life and day. Why wouldn't I personally present myself here so often? Moving to the upstairs, and well, the only region that was presented in the previous episode, the corridor of the first floor has been equipped with some of Lisa's pieces of furniture, which will serve as the main library. Her desk will be situated somewhere around here, and for now only some documents and different things regarding Ningguang's existence and well business have been settled in a corner for now. They will be moved in another room most likely. No one knows for now what the Geo family has in store for us. And again here have been placed some more of Lady Lisa's literature for all the curious people who are willing to use the Geo family's resort. How they will name it, well, no one actually knows, but Maid Noel actually came with a suggestion for a little piece of heaven. Whether they will accept the name or not, that comes to Lady Ningguang and Rex Lapis himself. Following this is a room which belongs to another typical traveler, one who kind of always visits this place and well has settled in permanently for now, and surprisingly it's the place of Mona, an intriguing character from Mondstadt, a character who supports astrology. And, well, apparently she is always lackluster in finances, but, she has seemed to find a good place, a good living around here and has liked it a lot. Now, obviously, the Geo family don't seem to mind her at all. After all, someone actually needs to help Maid Noel with the cooking and the cleaning. However, she is still always left here to, do the work that she's doing and, handle whatever she's doing. Usually, when not dozing around the beds, well, whatever. She seems to be a fan of reading astrology, extending her skills, and, after all, billionaires are the ones who really listen to astrologers, right? So she has to take care of her craft and, put the S in astrology. Now, moving to the final room of the house, the latest room was presented in a very Asian style, but it sounded a bit confusing to Rex Lapis as why it might look a bit like a brothel. Lady Ningguang argued that the principle of the guiding walls are always relevant because you always guide the other ones towards where they need to be guided, right? You have technically two rooms in here, one which is reserved for people who may still come, uh, and well, the guest in here is not present for this episode, and well, one also has a table in here because this room has been divided technically in two, and well, if they want to be separated here and in the other part, well, they can be, and they can also enjoy some tea in here, and when the night falls they can also enjoy the light of the lantern, right? And as Lady Ningguang says, disobedience is always that which leads well towards bad progress, right? And well, not obedience in the sense of slavery, but the point is, if you don't teach people how to treat you, they won't treat you accordingly, right? Moving to the other room, we have a most surprising guest, a guest from Mondstadt. Speaking with her in a previous episode, we found out that sick of being called by her name and surname, aka Budget Yoimiya, little Amber decided to join and help the Geo family in whatever way possible. Abandonedly, apparently, seemingly abandoned by the grace of creators or whatever, she decided to leave the streets of Mondstadt and simply act as an outsider. And, she preserves her nature, her cuddliness, as well as her friendship every time one enters her room. She is a passionate cleaner helping the others, she is a passionate cook as well, but mostly enjoys running around the wilderness because apparently the realm seems to be very boundless. Well, it may sound funny in a way, but well, obviously the very simple point is one can enjoy running around in here. Obviously, Razor is one other invitee that the Geo family doesn't seem to mind inviting. Not there aren't any wolves around this wilderness of the mansion, but the point is one can always enjoy the grace of the wilderness, which is almost unending. Hopefully you liked this video, this tour of the Geo family's mansion. To up till date, we have shown in separate videos how the mansion has been constructed, how it has been brought to the level it is with the furniture, because as you've seen in the previous episode, which only presented this corridor and the entrance, the part here was fully empty. And as convoys come from Mondstadt as well as Liyue in this um, realm to bring the new furniture, the people are all always going to improve this. This is gonna be the future library of the mansion. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I've been Benny Boy, your guest for today. You are appreciated. Take care of yourselves and have an awesome day as usual.